Hey, I'm Nahum Gravelian. I'm a solution architect here at AWS and also a host on AWS On Air. We've got Qlik with us. Please introduce yourself. Tell us more about Qlik and why you're here today.
Thanks, Ian. Thanks, Chad. It's glad to be on the show. My name is Itamar Ankorion. I'm the Senior Vice President for Technology Alliances at Qlik, and we're very close partners with AWS. And our focus is data and analytics. What we do is we help companies turn data into value in the cloud, and we do that through our portfolio of products that help customers with data integration, specifically real-time data integration and cloud analytics. We help customers get their data to AWS, and we help them put their data into good use on AWS. That's kind of putting it very, very succinctly.
Well, I appreciate you being here with us. It's certainly glad to have Qlik in here. You guys have been in the business of data integration for a long time. So I'm kind of curious what challenges you see customers having integrating and moving their data from legacy systems like SAP and Oracle into AWS.
Yeah, that's a great question. So we see several challenges customers run into. First of all is the timeliness of data. We see more and more customers that require and demand real-time data to be available for the applications that they want to use on AWS. And when that data is sourced, lives on-premise or in other places, like in systems like SAP, Mainframe, Oracle, and others, it's hard to get the data in real time into AWS. And especially if you want to use the data in a variety of ways, make it ready in a way that's kind of fit for purpose where you want to use it. And then again, some of these systems tend to be really complex, and you need domain knowledge to be able to extract and bring the data in an efficient way out of them. So these are some of the challenges we see customers running into.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And, I think maybe sometimes people look at this problem and they say, I'll build something myself to try and move data between these disparate places, or I'll, come in and just it'll be a one-time thing, right? And we'll just have to have an ETL job or something. What does Qlik give me so that, number one, I don't have to build it myself, because I don't know that's not always the most value to sit and build, right? And number two, what about Qlik makes it easier for me about moving data between these places?
Yeah, again, very good question. So first of all, I'm going back to kind of what we focus on, which is, first of all, really accelerate and simplify the data delivery. How data gets, to your point, extracted, transformed, loaded, how it gets to the cloud. And when you talk about real-time integration, that's where it really gets hard to build it yourself. So Qlik has been in the business for 15 years, creating a very unique technology called Change Data Capture, or CDC. And what Change Data Capture is all about is identifying changes in the data as they happen. And you do that with very unique domain knowledge of the underlying systems, whether it's top of a relational database system like Oracle or SQL Server or DB2, or more complex systems like, again, SAP. So being able to create Change Data Capture and do that in an efficient and effective manner, that's actually really hard to do. And if you have a lot of different types of databases, as usually bigger enterprise would have, you need the domain knowledge in each and every one of these systems. And this is what we do. We've specialized in doing that for many years. We've been one of the pioneers in Change Data Capture. We've worked with thousands of customers. So we have a very mature, proven technology that knows how to do that with low to no impact on the source systems, deliver the data really efficiently, and support a lot of different enterprise data sources. So that's one. I think the other part of it is how you then make the data available or useful for analytics. So one thing is getting the data, but if you get raw data, for sometimes it's good as it is, but sometimes you want to transform the data to be analytics ready. That process has historically been very labor intensive. You had to write a lot of scripts, a lot of hand coding, a lot of to put it together. Part of the innovation we brought to it is through automation. So in the context of data warehousing and data lakes, which are very common analytic environments, we have a software that basically automates and actually auto-generates the transformation. So based on the model of the data, we can automatically generate the data warehouse, the analytic constructs, And that saves a lot of time and gives you agility. So I think one of the things we see customers want is agility, and that's kind of what we do. And then I'll say the third thing is really the complexity in some specific systems. So again, you could be a developer, you could be a great developer, but some systems, they're really complex. Like take SAP, take the mainframe, right? You need very deep domain expertise in those systems to be able to get the data out efficiently with all the different licensing and security environments. And again, this is an area we've invested a lot in building intellectual property, building the knowledge, both in our products as well as in how we support customers to make them successful. So again, those are kind of three things that I kind of call out that I think are unique in what we do, and will just save you a lot of time and effort if you want to build a solution together. Well, we'll make the data available for you in a way that's useful, then you can go and do your magic with the data we made available for you.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, I would love to never have to write another line of like transform. Like I need this JSON to now be Parquet, which is Chad's favorite data format.
It is. It's true. So Itamar, I appreciate that. And, Qlik's done an amazing job of helping customers move this data, like we said, from legacy systems into AWS. But after they've done that, what do they do now? Like, where are you seeing customers find value in having the data moved out of legacy systems and into AWS?
In short, doing a lot of things. I think this is also because the value of the AWS platform. So I think the reason we see a lot of people go to AWS is because AWS is a great platform that provides a lot of services and options for what people can do in the cloud, right? It gives them agility with this wide range of services for application development, for analytics and whatnot. So first of all, we're seeing some customers that really take the approach of building the right architecture, like, build it and they will come. They unlock data. They say, hey, let me just put data in AWS. That they put it in several places, maybe S3, maybe Redshift, maybe EMR, maybe other in a database. Once the data is there, again, that magic will happen because suddenly it becomes available and it's a building block. People can now start building things with it. So we of course see that. I would say that very common use cases, and sometimes that's where it starts. There's a very specific project and I need data for that project, are very common is in the context of analytics. So for example, I'm building a new data warehouse for a line of business or for my enterprise. And for that data warehouse analytic project, I need data from my, say, SAP data and working in some SQL Server environments. Others are creating a data lake for more advanced analytics using S3, for example, or EMR, and they want to get the data again to make it available to support that initiative. Some want to do machine learning on the data. They say, hey, I actually want to do predictive analytics. I need the data from my system. Maybe I'm getting it from my mainframe. I also need to get it from my CRM, maybe a few other sources. I'm going to put it together. I'm going to run a machine learning process on top of it using all the great services Amazon Web Services gives me. I just need the data available, to support it. So again, these are some examples. So we see data warehousing, data lakes, streaming analytics, machine learning and advanced predictive, analytic solutions, cloud application development. So again, I have my legacy systems like the mainframe. I don't want to add things around the mainframe. It's very expensive. It's hard to find people with the right skills, right, to do that. It's slow. So I really want to use the benefit of AWS. So again, with Qlik, you can get the data to AWS. You have a real-time replica of your data. So you can now build all these apps using all the great environment in AWS, and you can actually reduce the footprint on the mainframe. We get, again, more value faster by lowering your cost.
How do I get started with Qlik? Where do I go to learn more? Where do I, get my hands on this?
First of all, come talk to us. We'd love to work with you. But again, I invite everybody to visit the Qlik website. I think the easiest thing is to go to qlik.com/AWS. You're going to find a lot of resources right there. There's more collateral. There's video demos you can find. We also have there a free trial. So if you like actually put your hands on it and you want to launch a free trial, you can do it right there. You can also find Qlik on the AWS Marketplace. So that's another place where you can get started, work with Qlik. We do webinars, we do immersion days where it's like a longer hands-on. So look out for those kind of invitations when we send them out, or information on our website. And you can also find us at AWS events. We're going to be, of course, at the New York Summit coming soon in July. We've been to over 10 of these AWS summits this year. We're also going to be at reInvent later in the year. And we'd love to work with more customers, helping them get more value from their data.
Itamar, it's great having you here. We really appreciate Qlik and your involvement with the AWS community, and you coming on the show today and sharing some information. We appreciate it.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
And also want to say a thank you to our ASL interpreter, David, and for all of you joining in. This is AWS On Air.